It is unique, it is fast, has decent battery life, good camera, bright display, and doesn't cost a fortune. How good or bad the CMF Phone 1 actually is? Let's inspect. I know that some people would say that without NFC support, this here is rubbish. But I tend to disagree, and because in this video I'm going to say a lot of positive things about the CMF Phone 1, I really want to say upfront that I'm not sponsored by CMF or nothing. I have nothing to do with their marketing or PR divisions. My own purchase, okay? So everything you're going to hear in this video is genuine, based on my own experience. And before we dive into it, make sure to be subscribed to the channel for more cool tech inspections. And speaking of coolness, probably this is the coolest smartphone you've seen in a long time. CMF do a spectacular job about their branding, and the unboxing experience is as cool as what you'd get with the nothing-made devices. Well, technically, there are some things that we may criticize because, look, you open this awesome box, you take the phone out, you take the cable out, you check the papers, and that's it. No charger. Given the fact it supports 33-watt wired charging, it is a missed opportunity to keep the fanbase happy. But at the same time, you probably notice CMF's desire to look as cool as Apple. The phone has very unique shape and some catchy ideas integrated. The designers managed to turn the super cheap plastic back into something that looks great and acts as a case. Plus, you can unscrew this part and add some accessories. Also, you can easily replace the entire back in order to restore the phone to its mint condition, and I'm pretty sure that there will be a lot of interesting third-party solutions. CMF have already released files in order to let you 3D print the back case on your own, so check their database with creative idea inputs from their fanbase. Apart from the plastic, the build quality feels good. The screen is fairly big, has Gorilla Glass 5 protection, and also arrives with pre-installed screen protector. On the top side there's just a cut for the microphone, and at the bottom, the only true speaker that the phone is equipped with. I know that for some folks the lack of 3.5mm jack could be a deal breaker. Actually, I'm going to cover all the drawbacks by the end of this video, and now we want to focus on something else. It's probably been last year when I was reading Carl Pei's comments, and Carl Pei, he's the guy, the masterminds behind this entire idea around nothing and CMF. So he was talking about using our smartphones more efficiently and reducing the time which we are wasting in not so important activities. And at the start, I thought it's a marketing gimmick. Look at that! They did design icons for almost every single system app in a way that they all look consistent and you never get distracted by the most appealing ones. The display icon grouping is so cool that I started exploring ways to migrate it to my other phones. CMF Phone 1 feels rather big. The display is 6.67 inches with not that tiny bezels. Brightness is about right. 500 nits is not really that much. In peak moments in HDR you can go up to 2000 nits, and this is similar to the quality that most mid-range smartphones in 2024 are equipped with. If you wonder how CMF managed to pack a nice-looking 120Hz refresh rate-based display in such a budget-friendly tire, I guess you're gonna notice that colors are not as vibrant. There are certain certifications and features missing as well. It's a non-LTPO AMOLED panel, no HDR10 Plus or Dolby Marks, and so on. But clearly, great for enjoying multimedia or playing games, even quite heavy games. This naturally leads me to the performance topic, and I would say smooth. The smartphone is equipped with Dimensity 7300, which probably says nothing to you, but, well, it's made on 4nm process by TSMC, and besides being very thin, meaning very good performance, it also means that we should expect very efficient battery consumption. I didn't resist the urge to stress it with some artificial benchmarks. The CPU throttling test is an old app which is used for keeping the CPU load at maximum for a specific period of time. The flatter the curve is, the more consistent the performance is. Apparently we have system with very well-maintained thermals, which is exactly what gamers want to hear. What they don't want to hear is the quality of the speakers, though. The fantastic UI responsiveness is all over the system, most animations work fine, no glitches, crashes or hiccups. I'd say it feels as good as a Pixel phone. Of course, the big question related to MediaTek here is whether they have the necessary hardware optimizations and AI in order to help the Sony image sensor inside to make better photos and videos for you. And the answer is sort of. Because neither the photos nor the videos are close to exceptional. Yes, the pics are good, in some moments they are really good, and about daytime photography, the CMF Phone 1 is lovely in most cases. True, it may struggle with dynamic range in certain scenarios, but in no way it produces bad photos, quite the opposite. The real challenge is when you take the photos at night. Among the biggest letdowns is the lack of OIS, a module that can optically prevent the image from falling apart in case your hands are shaky, which is invaluable, especially at night. Of course, the pics that I've taken look good because I've had the chance to remain still in most of these cases, but not everyone is going to be happy with the results. Video recordings are also rather good. 1080p comes with slightly better stabilization as compared to 4K, and 30 FPS is the maximum frame rate that you may record at. The darker it gets, the greater amount of artifacts are notable. You may have noticed that there's a second camera module. It's a basic depth sensor, which helps the phone to improve the portrait mode photos. As for the selfie shooter, it also is a rather modest solution. Seems to do the job right, though. And it is true. This is the main camera, this is the depth sensor. Apparently we don't have an ultra-wide setup, we don't have a telephoto camera. Some people definitely criticize this decision. I actually praise it, because I feel that it's much more important to have one really good image sensor as opposed to having 3 mediocre cameras. I'm pretty sure that you care a lot about the battery life. It is rather on the great side. Yeah, close to phenomenal screen on times. I believe the lack of crazy high brightness and the carefully tuned system on a chip have their saying about it. Plus, the lightweight feeling software and the lack of bloatware. There is no wireless charging, but via a cable you can accelerate up to 33 watts, which is rather acceptable for a phone these days, much better than the last few Pixel A generations. CMF Phone 1 has also most of the important communication standards these days: dual-band Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 5.3, GPS, even a micro SD expandable slot is present. The internal storage is UFS 3.1, which offers the best kind of speed at this particular price tag. But the missing piece, the deal breaker, in my opinion, this smartphone doesn't have NFC. Really weird decision by CMF, because if you don't have a smartwatch supporting NFC, you can't really make any contactless payments, and I feel that more and more people are needing this feature each and every day. And probably nothing would say that the software can turn things around. Maybe we should take a closer look. Right now, this is by far my favorite flavor of Android. It's more like elevated Pixel experience. Plus, you have the choice to stay stock or use the Nothing Applied theme. I love both of them. Every single piece that Google is reluctant to refine or improve, CMF have a solution for. There's an easy way to show the download speed in the status bar. There is this so naturally working big icon about Wi-Fi and data switching. Pixel users know about this struggle. Many little tweaks that usually require rooting or using custom ROMs are here and are not taking any of the sweetness of using the stock Android. It's similar to Oxygen OS in the first years of OnePlus. CMF promised 2 major updates and 3 years of software patches. Not the most reassuring commitment, but on the other hand, it's unrealistic to expect more from a decent $200 smartphone. While I doubt there would be serious feature drops, there are good chances to see certain camera improvements over time because there seems to be room to do so. getting closer to the moment we're about to summarize it all, let me remind you of the tempting starting price of just $199, which clearly makes it among the most accessible smartphones of 2024 that stand out. Sure, you're gonna find some phones that sound like a better value deal with greater specs at a similar or lower price. And I'm pretty sure that it's the software experience that's going to make the big difference here, because although budget-oriented, CMF doesn't feel cheap in any way. Still, it comes with certain drawbacks. A not that impressive main camera, which is lacking optical image stabilization, there's just a mono speaker, no NFC, and that's the big one, no inbox charger, no wireless charging support, and the rather expensive price for all these funny accessories. But look at it! Nothing can take away the glamour of this smartphone, well, literally nothing could, but that's another story. It's lightweight, it's fresh, it's colorful, it's very capable, has tons of fantastic software features, and doesn't cost a fortune, doesn't even look like an iPhone, which is really irritating with the Nothing Phone line. And while I've always had some second thoughts about the Nothing Phone 1 and 2 series, I can definitely recommend the CMF Phone 1 if you don't need NFC payments on a regular basis, because that's really a big deal breaker. Honestly, if CMF re-release this smartphone with NFC functionality, that's gonna be probably the killer deal of the year. At least that's my point of view. And now, I'm eager to hear about your opinion in the comments below. Do you really care about lack of NFC or not? Which are the most important features that you enjoyed and that you didn't enjoy during this video? Let me know in the comment section below the video. If you want to buy your own CMF Phone 1, support my channel by using any of the links in the video description area without any additional cost to you. And thank you very much for watching this episode. I'm the Tech Mishka. I invite you to subscribe to the channel and of course to give this video a like, and can't wait to see you in our next episode. Have a great day.